Alright, so here we're going to see how to simulate a ship on predefined waves. Waves can be created with this file here, demo create waves. And the wave we're going to be using is this wave 1. So tsunami wave comes from the bow, so from the front of the ship. And this is already created. We have this file called waves of sea state 6. It is a long crested wave, so unidirectional, coming from 180 degrees, and then this properties of the grid that we simulated on. Here we can see that this file exists. This one, YC state 6 long beta 314 grid. Here are some properties of the ship. So it's a HMS Norfolk, only the ship hull, with this mass, with this dimensions, and center of gravity offset, vertices initial position, initial velocity of 0. So we first do this. We loaded the ship file. Now we can go on and simulate this guy here. What we're doing here is that we have this wave file for the predefined wave, and then we have this function here, ship1c, that takes the wave file, this ship struct with ship properties, and some booleans to say whether it should plot and visualize the ship. It returns the states of the ship, which contain position in x and y and z, as well as velocity in x, y, and z, and the orientations, or the orientations of the ship. We're going to see that in 1 second. Yes, and here is a simulation of the ship with a tsunami wave coming from the front of the ship. We can see that the waves are moving towards the right now from this perspective. You can see that the ship is only pitching, which is logical. You can see from here it doesn't roll much at all. I think this angle is impossible. You can see the waves are pretty massive. Sea state 6 is a lot, so you can see the waves are of height 5 meters, between 3, 4, 5 meters. So that's why we see the ship moving this much. And finally we can see this plot. We see that the ship moves a little in the x direction, moves also a little in the y direction, even though it doesn't have any velocity, initial velocity in x and y. We believe this is due to the fact that the ship's simulated hull is not fully symmetric, so the forces do not take each other out as in real life. We see the heave of the ship. I think that's the most important thing here. The pitch, we see that it goes between -2 degrees and 2 degrees. And the roll here, we also see it seems to be unstable after a while, but hopefully it is nothing serious.